We're pretty much bang on for fuel. Let's see if we can slingshot out of the slipstream. We're gaining at the top end. Whoa! So what's going on, guys? Robox here, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the 2021 modded career mode on MotoGP. And today we're going to be heading into the next two rounds, and after the last episode, look how tight the championship still is. Marquez leads by 1 point over us, Valentino Rossi, and then Oliveira just 6 points back from Marquez. Mir's got himself back in the mix a little bit. He's only 27 points back, so he's still within striking distance, but Rins is starting to lose grasp of the top four. Today we're going to be getting into my personal favourite track, which is Assen, and then we're going to be heading to Finland, a track which it takes us a little while to warm up to. So then, Mir currently sat on provisional pole 30.971, so let's see if we can go out, and look at Oliveira's time, a 31 flat. That's crazy. So see, we're currently going quicker than Mir so far in this lap, only by less than a tenth of a second. We go then, blast for the line out the final corner. We ran a bit wide in that final sector, but 3/10 under. We were good enough to gain 3/10. Oh, and that's me. I can't make turn number one there. So pole position then, Mir and Oliveira will line up alongside us on the front row, and it's that final sector where we managed to pull it out of the bag. Tyres then, I'm gonna go soft front, medium rear. Is that gonna work out for us? Do I need a hard rear? Let's go medium. Let's see what everyone else has gone for. Yeah, similar sort of setup. So is Morbidelli. He's gone for the same tyre setup as us. Miller and Binder with the hard rear. That's pushing it a little bit if you ask me. But let's see. It's all going to be about the launch. It's quite a long run into turn number one. Once you hit the braking zone, then you're going to be tipping the bike in, and you want to be leading out of that first corner, because then the rest of the sector is pretty tight. But let's see how we get on. Oh, Marquez is quick. He's pushing Mir along. He's out to back right off, but we're on the outside. Mir, he's got the inside line. Oh, he's still there, nerfing us out wide a little bit. He's still there side by side with the current world champion. And Mir's going to be, whoa, as we chop Oliveira's nose off there. Whoa. But Mir knows he needs to get a few more wins under his belt this season. He picked one up the last episode at the Saxon Ring, I think it was. So he's going to be looking here. He's trying to get himself back in the championship fight after a pretty average start to the season. But he's kept himself in the title race, which is all that really matters. So we're in a bit of a fight with the two men behind, Oliveira and Marquez. Currently Marquez leads the championship by 1 point. That could all change here if I beat him. 1 point is absolutely nothing, but it could be everything come the end of the season. And Morbidelli's back there as well, as I have a quick peek. Morbidelli's back there. But we're going to have to watch the right-hand side of the rear tyre. Loads of right-handers around here, so you're going to find that the right edge of these tyres are going to wear up more than the left and the centre, but we're just going to have to manage it through the race. Still got 6 laps to go as I run deep into that final corner. It compromises us. Look at us all over the AstroTurf there. Compromises us all the way into turn number one now. Oliveira is closing up behind. I can see him. A little bit wide at the exit of turn one, but nothing too serious. Oliveira is still there. Marquez still there in P4. Mir's having a peek. He's looking back at us. See if we can line him up. Bit of power mode 2 down here, and a bit of slipstream should help us out. 3/10 back, and then 6/10 back is Oliveira on that KTM. He's been very, very impressive this season. Tyres are feeling pretty good so far. Not overheating. Happy with the tyre combo so far. It's just this corner is going to get very tricky come the end of the race. As you can see, I'm just trying to feather the throttle through there. Don't want to spin it up too much. But Mir holding a steady pace. It's quite hard to close him down. Gap's up to half a second. But you saw how quickly everything changed at the Saxon Ring last time out for us. If you have missed that previous episode, then do go check it out. It was a pretty good episode. And as you can see, the championship is still very, very tight. We've gone 4 tenths quicker, I think, on that lap. Yeah, 4 tenths quicker than Mir. Taking chunks out of his lap time, but we might be taking chunks out of our tyres if we're not careful. Starting to gap Oliveira and Marquez behind, which is encouraging. We need to get another win under our belt. It's been a few races, and if we want to win this championship, we need to be winning back-to-back races, getting ourselves a decent lead in the championship, to be honest. And Assen's one of those circuits where I think we can do just that. I'm pretty confident round here. The AI are very strong around here though, so sometimes you can have a bit of a race on your hand. But we're going to be getting into Finland next after this race. And I'm not so confident around that. So we need a win here to sort of make up for that. But you never know. Sometimes we have decent pace at Finland. And we're yet to try the Petronas Yamaha out of Finland, so we'll see. Feathering the throttle through turn 11 on the power nicely. You can already see right hand side of the rear tyre starting to take a beat, and the front tyre is a little bit cool around this back end of the circuit, so by the time you're asking for the power into that final corner, you just have to be a little bit cautious. Here we go then. Ooh, a little bit of a corner cut, but get away with it. 32.3. Mir hasn't gone fastest lap, and oh god, we've run it deep into turn number 1 there. First sort of real mistake as we're pushing and pushing, but we've not folded the front just yet, so we're okay. The gap's still about half a second. It's so tight, these margins. Mir is going so quickly right now. I'm really having to push to keep up with him, let alone try and bridge this very tiny gap. He's making no mistakes, absolutely flawless. Oh, halfway through the race now, and the rear is starting to kick around there. That is the big troublesome corner. Low gear, low speed, you're trying to get back up, build up the revs through the gears, and the tyre's just feeling it now. Time to turn the wick up, and we're going after Mir. We've just set a 32 flat, so a decent lap time, but it's time to go for a little bit more now. Power mode 2. You can see the bike bouncing around. I need to get ahead of Mir before I have no tyre left to be able to get ahead of him, but it's all about this next section here. Back on the power nice and early, up into power mode 2. The Suzuki isn't the quickest bike in the straight line, but with the slipstream of power mode 2, look at that flying into turn number 6. Oh, Mir's there, it turns. It does turn, that Suzuki. So we're going to have to watch out for that through some of the corners. But Oliveira's closing. He looks to be leaving a bit of room now between Marquez. Marquez dropping back. I've made a mistake into turn 9. Come on. Oh, God. The rear tyre, you can see it's getting hot now and worn on the right edge, but everybody else is going to be feeling it as well. Let's see if we can dig deep. Got 2 laps to go after this one, and we've gapped the Suzuki of Mir by half a second. Another 32 flat lap time. Brilliant stuff despite the tyres, but the fuel load's dropping. 31.8 from Oliveira. I knew Oliveira was going quickly right now. You can see the rear end just skipping around as we're asking for the power and braking traction. Look at that, Oliveira's behind. 31.7, he's closing up. We're on the final lap now. He's going about 4 tenths to half a second quicker than us. Look how quickly he's gapped Mir. Mir must be struggling right now. But look at my rear tyre, it is hanging on for dear life. Oliveira's coming for us. I can see him on the minimap. Look in the bottom left. He's right there as we exit the corner now. There he is. He's right there. 8 tenths back. We had 1.7 lead over Mir, but now Oliveira's through and now he's ploughing on. Oh, I'm struggling for the grip. Gap's at about a second. I got enough power mode 2 to run the rest of the lap. Come on, it's going to take a heroic effort from Oliveira to be able to close us down, or a huge mistake, but you can just see he was just struggling for the grip now. This is going to... Oh my god, look how twitchy that rear end is. Whoa. Come on, Yamaha. One more sector to go. 6 tenths, he's closed up 4 tenths in that third sector. I think one more lap, Oliveira may have had us. But as it stands, we're going to be charging for the line to take another win this season over Oliveira. Fantastic job. Going to give us a little bit more of a lead in the championship now, because Marquez finished. P3, he got ahead of Mir. 31.4 fastest lap of the race from us. I don't think it was. 30.2 from Bastianini. What? I'll take a replay of the start of this race, because we were side by side with Mir throughout that whole first sector pretty much. Side by side, arm wide. He's coming back up the inside. A little bit of contact again, and then we're going to come together almost through here. But look, we're holding it around the outside. He's got it up the inside. Oliveira almost made it through as well, but not quite able to. Marc Marquez is trying it around the outside, but ultimately Oliveira is going to get ahead of Marc. And Morbidelli's going to challenge him as well. But yeah, that was how Mir took the lead at the start. He just got the jump on us, and Oliveira was closing up in that sector there. But we managed to hold on for P2, and then the rest is history. So then, we lead the championship once again by 8 points. And Oliveira is just 2 points behind Marquez in P3. So Mir had a real shot to get even closer in the championship, but now he's 38 points back. So then a very, very disappointing qualifying for the first time this season. We've not made it into Q2, and we're going to be starting from the last 3/4 of the grid. In terms of tyres, I'm going to go medium front and a hard rear and a full tank of fuel to make the most of Power Mode 2. But let's go racing. I mean, no one else has gone for a hard tyre by the looks of things. Maybe we've gone slightly too hard, but let's see how it goes. Yeah, we're the only one running a hard tyre. Plenty of softs and mediums, though. Lights are about to go out then. Right behind Alex Marquez. Let's see if we get ourselves a decent launch. Head into turn number 1 then. Oh, around the outside of the Aprilia there. We had to be aggressive. So was Alex. Alex was very, very aggressive. Oh, the Aprilia comes straight back on the flip-flop. Come on then. Pretty decent exit. We've got a lot of work to do here. Look at that Ducati fly. Bagnaya's absolutely loving it. Here we go. Take it nice and easy on the brakes. Everyone's just hurtling down from top end speed down to pretty much 0. Oh my god. Side by side with Binder through there. That's not going to work. Marc Marquez leads from Mir. Oh, contact with Binder. Come on. Polo Spargo is back here. He usually does a little bit better than that. But Zarco on the Pramac. He's next up with Binder as well. Oh, it's all tight through that. Trying to cut underneath of the Pramac. Yeah, look at that. Just about do it. We're charging through the order now. Come on, Valet. Oh, the 3 wide. 3 wide through there. Let's go Power Mode 2 as we're going to come onto the back straight, the main straight now. Oh, no, not quite. I was trying to lift pole up there, but either way, we're going to get alongside him. He's going to be boxed in. He can't try any funny business up the inside, and he's backed off. So, after lap number 1, a very intense lap number 1, I must say. Oh, he cuts through. I don't know what it is. This Yamaha can't quite turn through there. Aha, back up the inside of pole. Right, P11, right behind Morbidelli, our teammate. He's only in P10, not really Yamaha circuit, this one. Let's see if we can get him. Oh, God. Oh, come on, don't run too deep. It's a tricky old braking zone, and Morbidelli's back through. Crazy stuff here at Finland. Oh, just about to hold on to run it deep. But because I've gone for the slightly harder compound tyres, it means that early on we may struggle, but our aggressive start's paid off. But later on in the race, we should have way more grip. See if we can slide on underneath of the Duke into this final corner. Yeah, block pass. Get ahead of him. Lovely, lovely stuff. 44.4 from Mark. That is a rapid lap time. And about halfway through this race almost. And currently sat in P9. Very much damage limitation here today. I'm going to need to find a way past the Honda of Alex Marquez and then his teammate Nakagami in P7. And if we can do that, we're going to be on the back of Fabio Quartararo, it looks like. Or is that Vinales? It's quite hard to tell. We've got a little bit of work to do now. I'm starting to fall off the back of Alex a little bit, but let's stick with it. Hopefully we can close it down. 44.3 from Mark. 44.9. This is our first time breaking into the 44s. I think Marc Marquez is absolutely running away with it. He is, and then he's got Mir in P2. Marquez is meaning to get straight back to the top of the championship with his race. Oh, now I make a little bit of contact with his brother there. Just about to stay on. But here we go, Palmo 2. We've got 2 laps after this one. So, we're pretty much bang on for fuel. Let's see if we can slingshot out of the slipstream. We're getting in at the top end. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, that was a horrible stoppie. I couldn't stop it from stopping. Oh, man. Oh, man. That was scary, but we managed to at least stay on the bike, and all that happened was Marquez managed to get back through. So we're back where we started. What about into here? We've been pretty good on the brakes through turn 10. Come on, come on. Try and take a tighter line to get up the inside, but couldn't quite get our nose there. We get Alex Marquez. He's so good. So strong on that Honda. Bit of Palmo 2, we've only got 2 laps to go. Vinales in P3. That's crazy. The first time we've seen the factory Yamaha man on the podium all season. But here we go. Getting alongside Alex. Oh, I can't flick the bike over as quick as he can. Again, we're trying it up the inside into turn number 4. And then back on the power. Oh, I thought we might be able to squeeze in there, but he was so committed, and now we're back behind him. Let's see if we can get the slipstream and get it on the brakes this time without a huge stoppie. Here we go then. Top end speed is pretty good. Come on. He's right behind us. But we seem to be through on Alex. Can we get Nakagami before the end of the race? Come on. Where are we quicker than him? This next corner, turn 10, we're pretty good at. So we close on up in the braking zone. We're closing them up for sure. Just might be running out of lap time here. Downhill into turn 12. Out of turn 12, I can't get the traction down. Oh, we're good into 13 though. Now into 14, on the power again. Ooh, did you see the bike kick? 44.3 from Marc Marquez on this final lap. What do we do? 44.6. We're slowly getting there. Whoa, huge stoppie from the M1 up the inside of Nakagami. Get in front now, flip the bike over for turn 2. We're pretty weak through there compared to the HRCs. Into turn 4. And now blast down this straight. Hopefully we can pull away from Nakagami. He's going to have the slipstream all down here. Slight bit of end plate damage, look. Oliveira's made his way through on Vinales. Vinales dropping off the podium. but he's there in P4. Rins P5, Quartararo P6. Haven't seen Quartararo on the podium. It's ourselves, Oliveira, Mir, and Marc Marquez that are your usual podium runners. But obviously we're not on the podium right now. I wonder if we can get Quartararo as well before the end. I wonder. Here we go, closing. First gear, drop into first gear. Oh, contact with Quartararo. We're on the outside. I don't want to be on the outside. Come on, flick it back. Oh, extra cheeky. Come on. Oh, contact. And we just about make it through. Getting Quartararo in the nick of time. But P6 then in the end. A decent recovery from what? P17 did we start? But, I mean, Marquez is going to be leading the championship now. Over 7 points over us. Oliveira's 11 points back. Mir's 35 points. He's still within striking distance, isn't he? He really is. He really is. But anyway, that's been it for today's episode. I really do hope you have enjoyed. HRC lead by 6 points. And then we're in P2. And then 8 points off of Honda is Suzuki. Very, very tight championship team and Riders Championship. So if you aren't around here, get subscribed for more, and I will catch you guys in the next one.